completely new venue today. We're at Culvers Farm at Gillingham. Partly I thought we'd come up here. There's been a lot of interest on the back of the Landing forum, and I haven't visited this place for at least 20 years. I used to match fish it a long time ago. This is the bigger of the lakes, the bottom lake. Quite a pleasant place. It's very well established now. Pretty lake, very quiet. Hardly anybody here. There's 2 other people fishing. Certainly not as popular as it used to be. It's a cheap ticket as well. It's £6 a day, £4 for juniors. I don't think he allows nights, but I'm sure that if you asked the right place, you'd probably get on at night. But there's quite a lot of fish moving. You can see them up in the upper layers of the water when the sun comes out. I do know of an 18-pounder that was caught here a couple of weeks ago, so there are some decent fish in here to target. Pretty unknown though really to me at the moment. We'll find out. Hopefully later in the day. We've set up about 2/3 of the way down the lake. Margot's on the left hand side, Luke's in the middle with a quiver tip. There's an island just here in front of us. There's lots and lots of features on this lake. It's very well established, as I said, but there's lots of little bays and corners and cutouts. The bank undulates on the far side, goes backwards and forwards, so it gives you lots of little bays, which gives you lots of features to fish too. It's quite a big lake actually. I'd forgotten quite how big it was. It's certainly a lot more established now than it was when I used to fish it. The only slight drawback is it's a little bit of a walk from the car park when you've got a lot of gear. But, it's not too bad with a barrow. Well, this is a view from the top end of the lake. There's another island just here. Plotting back down to where we're fishing. Forgotten how pretty it was here. It's a lovely day as well. Good to be out on the bank. Well, first run, it's gone to Margot. It seems to be developing a pattern actually. But, first fish on. Gonna give her a hand with the net. Move on. Our first blood to Margot. 11.5 pounds of common carp. Culvers Farm. Got a tatty mouth. We'll give it a little bit of a treatment before we slip him back. And off he goes. Well, it's turned out to be a lovely day. We picked the right day to go fishing today. Luke's now on the quiver tip. Let's see if we can get some footage of him with some fish in a minute. There's a few more people on here now. There's 3 lads turned up, gone down below us. So I think there's 7 people fishing now, or 8 people fishing. Pretty clear. It's only little, but look at the colour.
Steve's got his first run of the day. Actually his second, but the first one never came to anything. He's just hauling this one in now.
Up, up, up.
There we go. It's in.
Right. Well, it's only a little fish, but look at the colours of it. What a pretty fish. A really bronzy gold common. In quite good condition, has a couple of hook marks in its mouth. It fought really well for a little fish. It's a run that came right out of the blue. It's way too hot really for fishing today. Hopefully we'll have a few in the evening. Let's put this fish back. and off she goes. I've been having a bit of a play with Luke's quiver tip, and lots of roach in here, and there seems to be a good head of sort of quite reasonable sized skimmers as well. And this is the third one I've had. Do my utmost not really to net them, but horrible slimy things. That one's gone on. You could certainly have a good day here on the tip with a silverfish. This is bream number 4. I haven't seen it yet, but it's bound to be another skimmer the way it's coming in. A reasonable stamp as well. In my matchman's days, I'd have been delighted catching fish like this. Let's see if I can lift this one over. There we go, typical skimmer. Get that little tiny size 14 hook out. The matchman's way of holding a fish, holding a bream. Put him back. These carp cradles are brilliant for the fish, but because they hold water, they think they can swim in them, and you tend to get a bit wet. Oh, that was handy. Let's see what she weighs. A little bit bigger than the last one. 8 pounds exactly. There's a lesson for you. We should do the sides up on the sling. I don't know what the ratio of commons to mirrors are in here. But another beautiful common carp. They're in really good condition. I mean, his mouth's good, his fins are good, they fight really well. It's a pretty fish, nice colours. Just a really good condition fish. Certainly ready to go. And off it goes. In no hurry, just ambling away. Probably wondering what all that fuss was about. That rod. And thought I'd actually knock the reel with my foot because I had a couple of beats. Ooh. And this one screamed off. I had to grab it quick, it was tight to the island. It's in the open water now. Going through the rod that I've just cast because I hadn't got as far as sinking the line. So we might have a little bit of a knitting session in a minute. Seems to be a quite powerful fish that wants to take lots of line.
He's helping himself a bit. It's 5 o'clock in the evening now. We were hoping at this time of night, as the sun starts to settle a little bit, that this was what was going to happen. The only thing is it's happening on Steve's rods, not mine, which is a bit boring.
But can I move my chair here?
Steve's just rearranging his rods and untwisting.
Not going too far up that way because of the wasp nest.
Yeah, this morning when we arrived, Luke started pulling some grass away ready for my rods to go down and hit a wasp's nest, and unfortunately got stung on the eye. Then Steve rushed to help him out, got one on his head and down his shirt and his back, so we didn't hang around that patch for very long. So So he's not keen to let the carp go too far up the edge of the bank because that's where they're homing themselves.
One angry carp.
Yeah, a bit like
I think it's very big.
a bit like the French carp, get really cross. He's starting to get it back into position. Coming towards us here.
Anywhere near ready.
Still hasn't surfaced himself at the moment.
Keep it out of the other rod.
Wind's picked up a bit now. Still really sunny and warm though, which is nice.
I think I'll have to net it over here. It's a near mirror, I've seen that much.
Just going to get the net.
Yeah, it's tangled up in these rods over here now. It's not very big. Going round and round and round and round on the bloody rod. Right.
Steve's just trying to rearrange because that angry little carp's just taken out all his rods.
Right, I've unhooked her in the net and managed to get everything untangled. This is a stunning fish. Well, it's a double figure fish. It's 10 pounds 8, but it is such a pretty fish. It's got a bit of a bad mouth. It's the first mirror we've had, but who cares what they weigh when they look like that. It looks like a proper old leany fish. He's got a single line of scales right the way down, a proper linear. Beautiful fish. Absolute fight was incredible. Power from. It's got a damaged tail that's all healed and growing nicely. But it's an incredibly fit fish. It's taken out my other rods. It'll probably take me 10 or 15 minutes to sort it all out now because it's just a mess.
Ha! I might get some fish now then.
Absolute knitting job. Right, let's put this one back. What a stunning looking fish. The colours of this fish are incredible. It's just such a pretty scale pattern. Off you go. Where's the mouse? Get the mouse. Where's the mouse? Not the most flattering view of my dog, but judging by his tail, he's happy.
Well, we were just about to pack up, and Steve just had a screaming run. Good job while he was by his rod. Oh, that just came off. That'll be that then.
You got a net wet enough in there, Luke, dude.
Such is life.
I'm gone fishing.